Hey, I have to tell you something. Get over here. Did you know that 48.9% of students on campus don't use contraceptives? If I told you that there's a 48.9% chance that you get into a car and get into an accident, would you do it? I wouldn't. I wouldn't think so. So this statistics prove that there is a great void within the young adult demographic and safe sexual application. Whether it be plain ignorance or negligence, no one can dispute that these statistics are insurmountably high. So what can we do in order to prevent something like this from happening? From endangering our youth with unsafe sexual practices? Well, the key is in sexual education. What can I say about the present sexual education in America? Concrete, book to student. That's frankly awkward for a taboo and very sensitive topic like sex. Well, the key is in the peer-led focus groups, and it needs to be that way. Sharing experiences and personal opinions about sex can just open up a whole new conversation.
Within the last 12 months, I just discovered that 54.7% of students here on campus are sexually active. 9.3% have been touched without their consent, and 0.8 have been attempted rapes, and 2.8 have been actually raped here on campus, which I found very shocking. Now, there's two forms of bad sexual behavior. There's the non-violent and the violent. The non-violent can be either seen or verbal. That can include like touching someone, saying unnecessary or inappropriate comments to someone, or being sexually assaulted by somebody. Then you have the violent way, which indicates that you are physically forcing yourself onto somebody without their consent, which indicates rape.
So what is the wellness promotion education?
Wellness Promotion and Education is a wellness and health related program on campus. It is primarily funded by the student health fee, which is a fee that every student pays for. And we do lots of different types of wellness and health related programs to help students either de-stress before finals week or get engaged and learn about mental health awareness and sexual health awareness. There's a whole bunch of topics that we cover throughout the year, but basically we try to give students the skills to be more well in all dimensions, not only here, but once they graduate and they become adults and flee the nest, they are able to also maintain their health and wellness at that time as well.
Okay. So the WPE is free, correct?
It is, yes, very free. We don't charge you for anything.
And why is it important?
Sexual health is a state of well-being as it relates to your physical, emotional, social, and mental well-being, but as that relates to your sexuality. So that could be a lot of things, right? We think of sexuality can be who you're attracted to, it could be how you identify, it could be just being comfortable with yourself, and knowing kind of what your own boundaries are. And the way that I like to think of sexual health is very positive sense, so very sex positive. So talking about pleasure is something that I think gets missed a lot, but it's a huge component because people have sex because it is fun and because they enjoy it. But it's also a lot of other things too. It could be very internal, journey. It could be a very shared journey with a partner or partners. And it's really important because it affects a lot of how our society operates and a lot of how we think and how we do in more ways than I think we truly identify. Anything in like mainstream media, we see a lot of things that come up as it relates to our sexual health, and if we talk about it in a way that's positive, without coercion, and in a way that just creates a safe space, just like any other part of your health. Like we freely talk about heart disease and skin cancer and like all that kind of stuff. my goal is hopefully one day we can all get to a point where we can talk about sexual health just as openly as we can some of our other aspects of health.
Okay. A question listed on here, but
Okay.
I know you guys have condoms
Mm-hmm.
and other things in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So students can pick it up, correct? Like
Yes.
They can get it for free. They don't
Yes.
have to pay for condoms.
Yes, absolutely. So we have our little condom drawer set that's at our front desk, and you can come up. We don't ask questions, just take what you'd like. And each of our packets has 2 condoms and 1 lubricant packet inside of it, and then the paper that covers it. Yes,
I
here.
took one.
So this is what they look like. And then on the back side, it has all of our information, which is awesome. Just in case you want to know where we are, where these come from. If you open it up, you'll see there are 2 condoms and then 1 lubricant on the inside, as well as a whole demonstration on how to actually use a condom correctly. Some people don't know how to use them correctly, and hopefully this will be educational. And for others, maybe it'll just be a little review session. And what's also great is we also show how to turn a condom into a dental dam, which is for oral sex. So yeah, so we make sure to always have that educational element while also providing those free services to students, and they are free.
You recommend students do?
So protection for every sex act every time, I would say.
So, according to the World Health Organization, they define sexual health as a state of physical, emotional, mental, and social well-being. So, having safer sex isn't just about protecting yourself, it's about protecting others. And the safest way you can do that is by first using a condom. There are 2 different types of condoms you can use. There are the outer, which is the male condoms, and then the internal condoms, which are the female condoms. And condoms are important to protect you from bodily fluids. Another way you can practice safe sex is by getting tested regularly. Even if you are already with one partner, or if you are using condoms consistently, getting tested allows you to get the right treatment needed for you to stay healthy.
Sexual health among college students is an educational topic that should be taken more seriously. There are many issues and resources that can be improved. What many students don't know is that there's many ways to prevent negative sexual health issues. For example, at CACCI, the Health Center greatly provides students with sexual health benefits. The Health Center also offers birth control services, sexually transmitted disease testing for women and men with free condoms and pregnancy tests. Birth control is not enough. It may protect you from pregnancy, but not STDs. There are many forms of birth control that you can use. Condoms aren't just a form of birth control. They are your own health and safety. Before engaging in sex, keep in mind that your sexual health is your priority.
No matter your sexual orientation, be respectful and be aware. And if you are a victim,
Or if you know anyone,
Or have suspicion of someone practicing bad sexual behavior,
Don't hesitate to speak up.